Welcome to this episode of Western Chester County Checks In. I'm your host, Justin Chan with Valley Creek Productions. We are coming to you live from the Lukens Executive Office Building on this snow-covered Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. We have a great show for you today, including a Member Minute segment on Prosper Bank in downtown Coatesville, and we have two great community updates for you. First is a story about the CHIP program, the Children's Health Insurance Program in Pennsylvania. And we also have a story about Good Works, Inc. and what they do for our community. But first, we wanted to tell you about some upcoming chamber events so you can prepare and get registered for those. The first is a Eat, Drink, Local event, a date night event that's happening February 22nd. With this event, we're partnering with three of our chamber members, including Dough Run Catering Triple Fresh, providing the food, Stargazer's Winery, the wine, and Animated Brewing, the beer. And you basically register for that online, pay for and make your food selections, pick them up that day in the afternoon between 4:30 and 6:15. Enjoy your food, and then join us live for a networking event at 6:45 that's going to feature the chef from Dough Run Catering, the head brewers from Animated, and the winery makers from Stargazers to talk a little bit about their products. You'll be able to ask questions. It should be a really cool time. Our next in-person event is our membership extravaganza, which is going to be at Victory Parksburg, and that'll be March 23rd, 5 to 7:30 p.m. We do have a few other events that are kind of in work. Our Time for the Trades event is going to be in April, date to be determined still for that. May 5th is going to be our Future Focus Community Showcase event at Victory again. May 22nd is going to be our home show held at TCHS between 10 and 3. All those events are on our website and available to register now, so visit westernchestercounty.com to register. It's time for our Member Minute segment this week. Donna and I had a chance to go over to Prosper Bank in downtown Coatesville to find out a little bit more about them and about their name change and the branch.
Hi, I'm Donna Stelz, the director of the Western Chester County Chamber, and we're here at Prosper Bank in Coatesville. We're going to go inside and talk with Janak, the CEO and president of Prosper Bank.
So the bank was founded in 1919, 101 years ago. And we really felt this branding change was a refresh of the name and colors. We still have the same great people working here. We've improved our products. If you look at our products, as time changes, technology has also driven the changes in our products. So it really gave us an opportunity to provide better and more enhanced products and services to our customers.
He tells us about their branch locations and services provided.
We have 4 locations currently. We have the one in Coatesville, 2 in Lancaster and 1 in Oxford, and we're actually opening up a new loan production office in Harrisburg downtown. So we provide services to personal customers from checking accounts all the way to personal loans, and for businesses all the way from a simple checking account all the way to complex lines of credits with sweeps, those kind of things. Not-for-profit customers, we provide the same type of services. We provide loan products to them as well as individual and tailored checking account services. Credit cards, merchant services.
Prosper Bank has been in Coatesville for over 100 years. The roots have always been focused on their community.
So when COVID hit, one of the things we say to ourselves is, okay, how can we help the community? 2 of our restaurant customers were tremendously impacted. So we went to them, we bought gift cards from them, and the idea was we would help not only the business, we would help their employees, but then we took the gift cards and we distributed them to local businesses, local residents as well, our customers, and then to also a retirement community north of us. But then we also gave them to first responders as well.
Janak tells us about the importance of belonging to a chamber.
Being a member of the chamber, I feel, is really important, and there's a couple of reasons why. Because I feel the chamber is a great networking tool. It's a catalyst to help businesses continue to grow. And it's a great networking tool in terms of it helps businesses find solutions that they may currently have and they're encountering. It also helps businesses develop sales, and also it creates friendships. I remember when I went to a chamber event in 1999, I still have a friendship with that individual I met.
Prosper Bank is poised to help their customers and other businesses with the next round of PPP.
We've actually reached out to our existing customers to make sure they know what to provide. And internally also, we're making sure we have resources lined up to help our customers for the next round of PPP. And we really think it's important. So for small businesses, this will help them for the next 2 or 3 months, especially as COVID continues to impact our economy.
Janak tells us how the bank's new name reflects their purpose statement.
Our purpose statement is we will strive to be the most loved bank that helps our associates, our customers, and communities to prosper. And we really take that as our North Star. So whenever we make decisions, we always say, okay, here's a North Star, which is our purpose statement. Are we making a decision that supports our purpose statement?
He shares the benefits to local businesses of working with a community bank.
No two businesses are the same. So anytime you look at a business, you've got to say, okay, what is unique about that business and how can you support it? And as community banks, I feel all community banks are able to help local businesses in different ways. And we can tailor our products and services to make sure we help that business prosper.
We thank Janak and his team for letting us visit to learn more about the bank and its history. Reporting for Western Chester County Checks In, this is Donna Steltz. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Donna, for that report, and thanks to Prosper Bank for having us. If you are a member of the Chamber and you'd like to have your business or nonprofit featured on our show, we'd love to have you. Reach out to our communication coordinator, Rachel. Her email address is on the screen there, rachel@westernchestercounty.com. It's time for our community update this week. We actually have 2 great community stories for you today. Our first is the CHIP program, which is managed by Independence Blue Cross. So we had a chance to reach out and talk to Greg about the program and how it benefits kids in our state.
Hello, I'm Rachel Cathell from the Chamber. Today I'm with Greg Gutierrez of Independence Blue Cross. Can you tell us a little about yourself, Greg?
Hi, Rachel, and let me say thanks again for having me. Well, I've been with Independence Blue Cross for the past 8 years, and I've been an outreach community coordinator for the Keystone HMO CHIP plan for the past 6 years. And I love working with families and helping them find great and affordable health coverage for their children. And I also engage with community partners such as doctors' offices, legislative offices, and schools. And Independence is very active in the Chester County community, and we partner with great organizations like the Western Chester County Chamber of Commerce.
We're grateful to partner with you as well. What is the Keystone HMO CHIP program?
Well, CHIP is short for Children's Health Insurance Program. It's a state and federally funded program for kids under the age of 19 who meet certain guidelines and are Pennsylvania residents. And through Keystone HMO CHIP, we're able to bring affordable health coverage to hundreds of children in the region.
What benefits does the coverage offer?
Well, you know what, Rachel, this is a very, like we like to say, robust plan. There's some amazing benefits to it. Number one, it does not have a deductible. So that means is that you don't have to pay upfront for any cost before you receive your benefits. Mm-hmm. The plan offers coverage for medical, prescription, behavioral health, dental, and vision.
Great. When can someone apply for the plan?
Well, they can apply anytime they like. There is not an open enrollment period or a waiting period, or I should say a waiting list. And coverage always begins the first of the month. So anytime during the year, you can apply for the Keystone HMO CHIP plan.
How does a child qualify for the plan?
Well, before I tell you how they qualify, I just want to point this out, that no family makes too much money to enroll their child in a Keystone HMO CHIP plan. Mm-hmm. When your family can make up to $1 million a year, and you can still enroll your child in a Keystone HMO CHIP plan. Mm-hmm. So family size and household income determine if your child is eligible for low cost, free, or full cost HMO CHIP insurance. And the other requirements are the child must be under the age of 19. They must live in Chester, Montgomery, Delaware, Bucks, Suffolk County, and they cannot be eligible for Medicare or Medicaid.
Is there a premium for the Keystone CHIP plan?
Yeah, that's a good question. The monthly premium will depend on family size and household income, and it could be anywhere from 0 to full cost.
And if I am offered health coverage through work, can I still apply for the program?
That's a great question. That's a very important point about this plan, is that you can have health coverage through your employer and get a separate Keystone HMO chip plan for your child. Some people don't realize that putting your child on Keystone HMO chip can be a less expensive option than having your child on your employer health coverage.
How would a parent enroll their child in the plan?
Well, you have a lot of options. And it's all very simple. You can call the Keystone A team. I got to read this off. 800-464-5437. Any questions they'll have, they'll be happy to answer. And you can even do an application over the phone. Or they can go to our website, www.ibx.com/CHIP, CHIP, and download an application, mail it to us. Or there's also a state website they can go to. It's called Compass, so www.compass.state.pa.us. Or if they want, they can call me directly. I'd be more than happy to mail them an application, go over the plan, answer any questions. My number is 215-241-9706. I'll just say it again, 215-241-9706. And if a family speaks Spanish, I speak Spanish. So please, if you know a family that needs help and English is not their primary language, you can direct them to me. Be more than happy to help.
That's excellent. Is there anything else we should know about the Keystone HMO chip plan?
Yes, Rachel. With Keystone HMO chip, you have access to tens of thousands of doctors, hospitals in the region. I mean, all the major health systems are included in our plan. There's Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, University of Pennsylvania Health System, Temple Health System, Nemours Children's Health System, St. Christopher's Hospital for Children, and Jefferson Health. I mean, all the big players are in the Keystone HMO chip plan. Remember, Independence has been here for over 80 years serving the region. And Keystone Health Plan East is a proud subsidiary of Independence Blue Cross, and we're proud to be a member of this community, as I am, and we're happy to serve Chester County.
We're happy you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time to give the Chamber some insight on your organization today.
Well, thank you, Rachel. Again, thank you for the Chamber for having me. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Greg, for taking the time to speak with us and giving us all that information. I, for one, didn't realize that the CHIP program is actually available to anyone that even has their own insurance through their employer. They can potentially take advantage of the CHIP program for a reduced price. So for our next, we're going to go into our next community update story this week. Rachel and I had a chance to go out to GoodWorks Inc. to find out a little bit more about how they help our Coatesville area community and the rest of Chester County.
Hello, I'm Rachel Cathell with the Chamber of Commerce. We are here today at GoodWorks Inc. in Coatesville. It is a local nonprofit that restores homes in our community. We're going to go inside to speak with Bob Beggs, the Executive Director, to learn a little bit more about the organization.
GoodWorks is Chester County's largest nonprofit home repair organization. It was founded in 1988, and the mission of GoodWorks is to repair homes for low-income families and share the hope found in Jesus Christ. It is both a physical, relational, and spiritual mission that we serve.
Bob told us about who they service and the area they work.
GoodWorks services the needs of low-income families throughout central and northern Chester County. The families that we serve need to qualify for our services, but everything that we do in the repair of their home is free to them. They have to meet certain income requirements. We use 200% of the federal poverty level. They have to own their home, and they have to have their taxes paid. But outside of that, we will then provide our volunteers to come in and do all the work that's needed in the home.
We learned about the projects they work on, including a special one in 2020.
We celebrated completion of our 1,000th home in, of all years, 2020. That home was really unique. We didn't know which house it was going to be, right? It was whatever it ended up in the queue. But what was unique about that home was They had called for assistance on some relatively minor things in their home, but as a result of us serving there, we found a critical problem. Their furnace had been venting for a number of months directly into their basement. They didn't know it. Some work had been done, and the chimney had been blocked. Had we not gone in when we did, it's very likely that family wouldn't be around today.
Bob told us about their corporate workday program.
So Good Works has some great relationships with local businesses. One of the things that's most popular is our corporate workdays. So many of the businesses, in fact, on average, we do about 60 corporate workdays a year. So companies send their employees out to do community service, and so they'll come to Good Works generally on a Tuesday or a Thursday during the spring, summer, and fall. And as a group, they will go out and they will do the repairs on a home. And the feedback has been great. I mean, companies experience their employees say, I didn't even know this person, but working alongside them, I got to know people that I work with in a totally different way.
He tells us about his background and why he loves his job.
I joined Good Works back in 1991 as a volunteer. And at that time, I was working for the Boeing company. 25 years later, I was asked whether I would be willing to serve as the executive director of the organization. It was a very difficult decision for me, not because I didn't like the mission of Good Works, but to leave my Boeing leadership position to come and do this. But it was the right decision, and what do I like most about this? It's the fact that we have this two-part mission of helping people with their physical needs, of making their homes warm, safe, and dry, and then also helping people get through what they're dealing with from a relational and spiritual perspective, because people in poverty have bigger issues than the fact that they have a leaky roof or broken appliances or windows that are broken. There's much deeper issues, and it's one of the things that makes Good Works unique, is that we're going to minister to all those needs.
COVID has been especially difficult for the organization, but they have put into place procedures to keep their volunteers safe.
COVID has presented a challenge for the type of work that we do. You can imagine our volunteers are going into people's homes. But these people have issues that are even in their homes that are even more dangerous and risky for them than the virus itself. So we have to serve. We are considered essential workers. We use proper protocols as we go into the home. We require masks. We provide masks as you need them. We work to maintain social distancing. We make sure we clean the areas that we serve. We always check to make sure the health of the families that we're serving before we go into them, and we verify that the day before the workday. And we ask that volunteers, that if they're not feeling well, just don't come.
Good Works welcomes volunteers with all different skill levels.
Good Works can use all kinds of volunteers. You don't have to be an expert do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor. We would love to have professional contractors, people who can technically assist our volunteers with the repairs. But we have other, if you can paint, or if you don't even know how to do, we'll teach you how to do the repairs. We provide all the tools, all the equipment, all the materials you need on a workday. We also have what we call our ambassador ministry. And the ambassadors are people that don't hang drywall and fix furnaces. Instead, they are ministering to the relational and spiritual needs of our families.
Good Works Inc. is doing amazing work in our community. We encourage you to check them out at goodworksinc.org. Reporting for Western Chester County Checks In, this is Rachel Cathell. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Rachel, for that report, and thanks to Good Works for all they do for the community. Obviously, if you'd like to help them out, visit their website for more information on those opportunities. So that'll do it for our show today. We are working on shooting some more content next week for our next show, which will be 2 weeks from now on the 24th. We'd always love to have your feedback. If you like what you see on the show, please comment on our YouTube channel, like the post, hit the little like checkbox. That really helps us out so that, first of all, we know people are watching, and second, engages more people. Feel free to share the show to anybody that you think would be relevant. So we will see you in 2 weeks. That's it for now. I'm your host, Justin Chan. Enjoy the rest of this snowy day, and be safe tomorrow with the weather we're supposed to get. See you soon.